And welcome to the next Jomon part. Things have really gone crazy this turn. So, we finished Conjuration 4, and we were working on Construction 7. The throne of the First Age was claimed by Pan. And then there's a dire portent. Ancient forces that have long lain dormant are stirring once again. Gosenzo, he who tempers the spirit, creator of the calendar, he blah blah blah, has performed an immense sacrifice in order to rouse the Rim Tursar. These are the ancient giants that lie sleeping in the glaciers, giants that when last awakened lay waste to the earth and turned it into a frozen tundra devoid of life. You must stop this. The Rim Tursar have once before slain both man and gods. Their hearts are frozen, and feelings of pity or mercy never stir their blood. If they are allowed to wake once again, all your hopes of divinity will surely be smothered in snow. So someone cast Illwinter, someone being Vediheim. Illwinter got nerfed in the last patch. It used to be just like flipped a switch, just turned the whole world into Cold 3 instantly, regardless of what your scales were. But now it's sort of a gradual build up to that state, so the giants don't spawn that fast. So it's not actually that intimidating right off the bat. But more importantly, there's nothing I can do about it. Like, I have absolutely no, I can't dispel it. This is a blood ritual, so there's no way I'll ever have the gem economy to outpace a blood economy for dispelling this thing. The best I could do would be to assassinate the mage, but I have no idea where his mage could be. Unless this means it's his pretender who casted it. I'll have to check. But more importantly, there was a bunch of sneaky air battles. All these cost 10 air gems, by the way. Sent against Pan. Oh, actually, these were werewolves. What was this? The Wild Hunt, I think? Yeah, I mean, they all failed. Every single one of them was a failure, so that's pretty funny. We found one magic site and enchanted tower, plus 1 earth gems is good. And then Vediheim went and attacked Pangea with real armies. This is just PD getting run down by skeletons and wolf riders, wargs. Same thing here. Pangea killing militia in, where is this? Oh, over here. And Vediheim attacking Bogatin. Pangea attacking Ulm, and this is actually the last battle that involves Ulm in this game. Yeah, I see they have an assassin over here. He's pretty good. Very highly skilled. He's ambidextrous, even. Wow, what a fortunate thing to get on this character. Too bad it's not going to help him. Yeah. Just gets bulldozed over. And that is the end of Ulm. They've been eradicated. Bog sent a commander out to hit Pangea's army that was sieging his fort. It died, and we know this fort is almost entirely being sieged by crossbowmen, meaning I can't stop it. And we got a bunch of gold, and we found a lot of gold and a snake ring, and some gems. And then we found a lot of gold, a bunch of gems, and a fire mace. A couple of my scouts got eliminated. Finished a bunch of infrastructure. We killed some brigands, and Ulm was wiped out. So, this turn, so research-wise, I'm going for Conjuration 5, not Construction 7, because I want to get water and fire elementals, the big ones, because I have these jars that I want to use. I want to give them to my Ryujins, that way they can walk into a province and cast a fire elemental. And also then cast a water elemental. They can cast two. That sounds good to me. I think the water elementals will also be necessary for cleaning up all this, which I'm going to try to take next turn with a bunch of Ryujins. Basically, I'm moving to attack Pangea. That's my plan. Is I'm going to hit them. Now that Vadiheim is assaulting them, their forces are going to be distracted and trying to defend himself from that force. I don't know what Abyssia is going to do, so I'm not committing yet. I also don't know what Agartha is going to do, so I'm sort of being a little careful around them. Maybe they'll attack the goblins, maybe they'll attack Abyssia, maybe they'll attack me, maybe they won't attack anybody. He has easy access to this throne that he should take. He has pretty easy access to this one. Anyway, I think Agartha will be the biggest, the most pressured player by the... Because as you can see, like, Illwinter isn't doing anything in my provinces. Like, it's actually helping. It lowered my heat from heat 1 to 0, which is good. Now I'm actually making more money this turn. That won't last, but at least for this turn, it's a net positive. The 4 seasons has come early for Jomon. Other than that, yeah, forging some stuff, getting a lot of armor pieces, lightless lanterns. I have my research machine starting to build up. My research has really gone up, and it'll just go up more and more. Yeah, everything is looking good so far. Just doing a little site searching too. I mean, I've basically exhausted everywhere I can site search. Well, these provinces back here still have yet to be searched religiously. So I'll get this mage down here to start doing that. I do want to hit all of these ones. These guys have got it under control. You can go back. But yes, otherwise, researching, constructing, just preparing for the war with Pangea. I'm going to have a lot of Ryujins to use this time. Like this guy, I've just preemptively kitted him out a little bit. With this, he's attacking... I mean, you can see the amount of attacks he's pumping out. It's tremendous, and the amount of damage he's doing is also quite bad. He's got a death poison on his fang, so if he hits them with that, it's a insta-kill. Basically, he's quick, he's flying, he can shapeshift if need be, but hopefully that doesn't happen. Don't want him to drop this equipment. So that's why I'm making Armor of Knights, so that way I can so that way they are more protected. So that way when they cast their protection buff, they're effectively invincible. Also giving him a little crown, give him some head protection. Just trying to make them tanky so that way they can walk around and take all these provinces and nobody can stop me. They just take them, and then I'll start constructing forts here immediately. I do want to start stockpiling gold for that purpose. I'm just like building up the infrastructure in this province in one turn. I'm going to put everything down here and turn this into a fortress that'll never be penetrated. Also, it's a good excuse to put a temple down to spread my scales to these provinces. The bog is gonna probably die next turn, as this fort is cracked. This dominion will... I don't know what'll happen, if it'll vanish or if it'll start just to slowly degrade. Yeah, I mean, I really want to go for Construction 7 to get my golems. I got the Adept. He rolled Astral 3 and Earth, or he rolled Astral 3, so he can make golems just straight out of the box. But I kind of want Conjuration 5 because I'll get it immediately next turn if I put all my research into it. That's pretty crazy. I don't know if my research is actually good compared to the other players, but I like where it's going. I like the fact that I can just keep boosting it and making it better and better. I think that's a positive sign. Yeah, that I can just keep getting more and more research. Moving out these guys over here to attack Pangaea, they wouldn't even really do me much good if they sat around in the capital and research, because of the drain scales, their research is neutered. I mean, I could have them sit around. This is a few points. It's like 60 or 90 or something. Like, it's not nothing, but it's like, I'd rather get them in position to attack Pangaea. That is more important to me. And you know what? You can bring along a few nature gems, because I'll need to cast Howl. In fact, bring one more just in case. Because I'll need to cast Howl. So that may be key to beating a big Pan army down here. But yeah, this is a lot of troops that I'll have here to bring, and I can support them with flying mages coming in whenever I want. I could just like drop mages down on the army wherever they're going and give them the mage support they need, which is really nice about having these flying mages, is they can just go anywhere, really. Yeah, they can go anywhere. So if I could get them out, I could start stomping on these PD provinces really fast, really quickly. And I think to that end, I'm going to take... Oops. Well, Ryutaro, you can go down there. You should go up here, though. So you start the fortress construction, and then we're going to walk down there and pick up the guys over there. I wonder if I should move these crab... Yeah, I'll move these crab warriors up here, and they can hit this province, and then when we hit this province, we can start separating out the armies. There's just a lot of castles here that I've got to smash down pretty quick. I might want to make a... where is it? Gate cleaver. Make one of these eventually. I mean, 50 siege strength is pretty incredible. Maybe I'll keep one of these earth mages back. Nah, no need. I think I have an earth 2 back home. Yeah, this guy. He can do it. If it's really that pressing. Or one of my many Ryujins can do it. I've got Ryujins of all colors now, including this guy who rolled fire and earth, which is neat. Haven't got many of the 10% ones. So he can cast Iron Skin on himself, and when I get to, what is it, like Alteration 7? Yeah, Alteration 7, he can cast Phoenix Pyre on himself. He can probably cast other cool stuff. I mean, Fire Elemental's big, you know, that's a very useful thing he can cast. Can he cast anything else of relevant? I mean, Fire Shield, yeah, that's big. It's really handy. I'm sure there's something else here that I'm missing that I'll think about later. That'd be useful for him to cast, but definitely Phoenix Pyre is in this guy's future. Yeah, that on top of Iron Skin, it's like how is this guy going to get removed? He's gonna have like 30 protection. I need to give him a reinvigoration item. Yeah, I should make one of those. I should make a reinvigoration item. Let's not forge a lantern this turn. Well, no, you can still forge a lantern. I'm just taking away your stick and giving it to you. Nice. And you make the amulet. No. We don't need the amulet because we've got Girdles of Might. That's right. My bad. Gotta remember my own plan. Girdles of Might. This thing gives reinvigoration. And it also gives strength to these old, busted-up dragons, which they kind of need. I mean, their strength is high-ish, but it could be higher, so I think the girdle would be best. But if I give him that, then he can't hold a fire in a jar, so he can't summon fire elementals. What's best then? He can cast water elementals. If nothing else, he can cast water elementals. That's important. I'm not sure if fire damage gets reduced for being underwater. If that's the case, I may swap out this thing for a cold Frostbrand, yeah. Because that will definitely work. It's not like I'm wanting for killing equipment. I've got a lot of stuff. Even this thing. Which I may need, actually. It's not impossible that I need something like this. Just need to kill some big demon summon. Because everyone in this game is blood. I saw Pan has Circle Masters now, which I have to imagine he either gone two ways. He either got a random event spawn, which is unfair, or more likely he got a blood random on one of his pans and site searched it, and he just found that thing. He found that site. Why does he have temples just out in the open? What the hell was he doing? Just building temples out in the middle of nowhere? How stupid. It's just throwing away money. Why did he build a temple here? Why did he build so many? Your skills are not that good. I mean, they're good, but they're not that good. They're not as good as mine. Does he have any other stupid temples? Why did he put a temple here? Why does he's thrown away so much money in these things? Are these things, like, cheaper? No. Late age. Temples cost 200. Okay. Still. That's, I mean, what? That's 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 1,000 gold you've just thrown down the drain. Like, you're not going to defend these provinces, especially not from a dude who's, like, sending sneaky wargs into your provinces. You're not going to be able to defend them. And you've only got 10 PD on these provinces anyway. Like, all of these unanimously have 10 province defense on them. Yeah, and all the ones he fought in, he also just put in 10 PD. 10 PD is not going to stop, like, cavalry units. Anyway, I feel like my chances for victory are... I'm not sure. I'm not sure what my path is to winning the game anymore. I don't really see it. Maybe getting this Pan land back will be big. Getting all this stuff back. Because he's definitely going to move to defend himself against the person actively attacking him. There's no way he would send all of his stuff to come and attack me. That would be nuts. That'd be absolutely insane. So surely he's not doing that. The worry is really just Agartha, if Agartha comes to hit me. Abyssia is, like, sort of a worry, but after that terrible battle that he had where he, like, lost twice as much gold as me, I don't think we're gonna fight again anytime soon. Although he is, like, spamming archers and crossbowmen, which is kind of spooky. He's got a lot of hellspawn. He sent horrors to this province again, like, fragged it with horrors. So he's gonna take this. I don't know why. He's never gonna hold these provinces. I'll, like, snatch them up in 1 second. 1 turn, I'll take both of them from him, and he'll never get them back. Unless he spams horrors. But then I just retreat. I just have to fall back. Anyway, I'm not looking to get into a war with Abyssia. I hope Abyssia attacks Vadian because his provinces are going to slowly freeze over. Abyssia is the one who really gets screwed by Illwinter because he needs heat, or else his guys start to pass out. They just can't tolerate it. Furthermore, Abyssia gets screwed pretty badly by Illwinter because he has the most mountains. He has, let's see, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. He has 12 mountains. Out of how many provinces? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So basically half of his country is liable to be eaten up by giants, and he already has cold scales. I don't know why. I don't know why he took cold scales. It doesn't make sense to me. Aren't pale ones cold-blooded? They'll get like screwed over by high cold. It doesn't make... I don't get it. Seems like heat would make more sense, especially against Bog and Vadion. And like, you'd want heat for this exact situation for when someone casts Illwinter. Anyway, I mean, Illwinter will suck for me. I do have a lot of money. I'm making a lot of gold per turn, so that will start to bleed that money away as the provinces become cold. I don't think I have many mountains, at least not in my homeland. There are... Do I actually have any? Yeah, I've got a few here down in Bog country. I've actually just got 2. These are my only 2 mountains. I don't have any other mountains in my land. It's all flat. I guess I have this highlands, but... At least I'm fairly confident Illwinter does that. Let's look at Illwinter. Affects entire world, 50% chance of unrest. Yeah, whatever, cold +1 for every 4 months. So that's the new way Illwinter works, is you get a +1 cold every 4 turns. So on turn 42, I should be at cold 1. And then turn 46, I'll be at cold 2, and then turn 50, I'll be at cold 3. Random attacks in cold provinces. I think mountains are more likely to be hit by that. That's why I brought it up. I'm pretty sure mountains are more likely to be targeted if they're cold. So yeah, that's why I'm saying Agartha is the most threatened by this. I mean, I guess Abyssia, Pangea is too. Because they have cold in their provinces now. So, anyway. Yes, it seems quite dangerous for Agartha, and thus I don't think he'll declare war on me. I don't think he'll attack into me, because Vahediheim seems like a bigger threat, and realistically is a bigger threat. I mean, if he's bloodhunting enough to have casted Illwinter, then that's pretty bad. Oh, it even says right here what it does. There you go. Yeah, 120 blood slaves required to cast this. And we're decently into the game. You could have a real strong blood economy by this point. And what, every nation in this game is blood, except for myself and Agartha? So, Ulm and Bog were blood nations when they existed. 2 out of 8. 2 out of 7. What else is there to note for this turn? I have a guy in the Hall of Fame. He's got a limp, though. He suffered that in a battle. But he's a great leader now, which is kind of neat. Wait, no, he's not. -1 leadership? Oh, he's a sucky leader. Sorry. He's trash. So yes, stockpile gold for the future, because I'm going to need to cast a lot of mages with it. Or I'm going to need to recruit mages, because mages and gems are going to be the future. I'm really trying to stockpile up death gems, that way I can get out the Dione and then hopefully cast Well of Misery. Best case scenario, I get the Death 4 Dione. And if not, then I just have to make what? How many things do I have to make? Or where? Conjuration 8. Well of Misery requires Death 6. Death 6. Okay. Let me see here. Okay. So that would mean I would require... Oh, I can make this item. That would require... Where is it? Here it is. It requires Skull Face. Give +1 death magic. And also a Skull Staff. I guess the Skull Staff will be mandatory no matter what. Because even if the Dione comes in death 5, like even if I get lucky, he still needs that +1 death. So I'll have to give him this. In that case, I might as well make it now, right? No reason not to. I'll rip away your little stick and... Oh, he can't actually hold it. Rip. I have to burn 10 death gems on that. Yeah, this guy unfortunately does not have hands to hold Dwarven Hammer. But he does have... well, he's got a lot of things going for him. Anyway, yeah, get that conjuration up. Get the Dione, summon him. Let's look up right now. Let's look up. Excuse my loud keyboard. Let's look up research points. Okay, so to get from... We're at Conjuration 4 right now, and we'll be at Conjuration 5 next turn. And then Conjuration 6? Getting to 6 costs 1.3 research points, so that would take 2 turns. So we're looking at 1 and then 3 turns. And then Conjuration 7 is 2.4. That's going to take 3 more turns, so we're looking at 6. And then Conjuration 8 is 4.4k research points. So that's, 5 more turns. So 11 turns, assuming my research speed stays at 700 research points per month, which it will not. It will be higher than that. But assuming it stayed at that level, it would take me 11 turns to get to Conjuration 8. So 11 turns, if I'm getting 6 death gems a month, that means I would get 66 more death gems. So I would be at 116 death gems by the time I am able to summon the Dione, and then I would summon the Dione, so that'd be 45 death gems gone away, so I'd be looking at, what is that, 71 death gems remaining. So the turn following that, when the Dione is created, assuming he's perfect death paths, I would be 3 gems short of casting Well of Misery. So that would mean on turn, in 12 turns from now, I could cast Well of Misery. On turn 50, I could cast Well of Misery, assuming I alchemized 6 gems to get 3 extra death gems to make it. And I'd probably want to do 2 more just in case, just to power it up by 1 extra. That's pretty bad on the death gem economy. It's worrisome because Vediheim is also a death nation. So I would imagine he is collecting a lot of death gems himself, and he would be able to cast his own Well of Misery. We know he has Blood 6 because Illwinter is a Blood 6 spell, so he's put a lot of research into blood magic, So maybe he doesn't have that same level of research in conjuration. He has at least construction 4, because he was feeding me construction 4 items many turns ago during the bog conflict. So he was doing that. What did he give me specifically? He gave me... Where are you? Masamoto, the ninja. This thing, Shield of the Accursed. Shield of the Accursed. It's blood, so I'm not going to be able to find it in-game, but... Shield of the Accursed is a construction 4 item, and then the Dusk Dagger, I think, is also a death item. Yeah, Dusk Dagger is construction 2, and then this other stuff is construction 2 or construction 4. So I can say he at least has construction 4, he has blood magic 6, and he has whatever the spell is that asks of you to summon birds, or whatever these things are. What are they? Great Hawks. Great Hawks. Great Hawk. Great Hawk. Great Hawk. And Black Hawks. Weird. I can't find it. What is this spell? I know there's a spell here to like get a bunch of birds. Oh, here it is. Call of the Winds. So Conjuration 3. It's got Conjuration 3 because he can summon these birds. So he's got Conjuration 3 at least. He's got Construction 4. He's got Blood Magic 6. What else could he have? What else has he revealed? Let's look at this battle. See if I can find something. He's got 1 nature gem on that mage. He's got Twiceborn. I think Twiceborn is pretty early on, like something you can get. Yeah, that's enchantment 4, so he's got enchantment 4 at least. Blessing, he's got enchantment 5 because he has Horde of Skeletons. He also has Swarm. Where is Swarm? Swarm is Conjuration, I think. No. Alteration. So he has Conjuration, at least Conjuration 3. He has at least Conjuration 3, Alteration 4, Construction 4, Enchantment 5, and Blood Magic 6. Which is pretty comparable to what I have. I don't know if I can say his research is better than mine, or if mine's better than his. It might be better than his now, because I have Lightless Lanterns, and he doesn't natively have access to that. I don't think Vadiheim has fire magic. That's one of their weaknesses for being a nation with crossbows, is they can't use it. Yeah, they don't have fire or air, so they can't use it as efficiently as, say, Bog. Or Bog's a bad example. Pangea. Pangea is a bad example. They don't have ranged attacks. Or yeah. Anyway, so his research is probably a little bit better than mine. What I'm getting at is just Could I race to Well of Misery before he can? I feel like the answer is yes. If he's leveling up blood, if he's got blood 6, that took a lot of research. Getting to construction 6 took a lot of time. And we know he has enchantment 5, that also took a lot of time, because he was casting Horde of Skeletons. But that does mean he has Dispel. And Dispel is spooky. Because he can dispel my global enchantment. And if he can do that, that's pretty much game over. Especially if he has the pearls to pull that off. He definitely can cast it. I don't know if he can cast it, actually. Let's see, does he have Astral? He does have Astral natively, although it looks like it's not very much. No, he can get up there. He can get enough to build the little hats. Yeah, so he can definitely cast a spell if he wanted to. But I don't really see another way forward, because I'm just going to get outpaced. Magically, gold is going to rapidly decline in usefulness. So I need to transition quickly to getting money, or transition to a gem-based economy. And I think Well of Misery is a good place to do that, because that's something that I don't think a lot of other nations can contest me in. Agartha definitely can, but I think Agartha is a bad player, so he doesn't know about those things. So I can just write him off. Pan doesn't have death? Do they? Yeah, they don't have death. Let me just double check. Abyssia? Abyssia's got death for sure. Yeah, of course Abyssia has death. So they could do it. They're probably the second most scary person. Vediheim obviously has death magic. I don't know, maybe this war will slowly burn away Vediheim's funds. I mean, 12 turns from now is a long ways away. By that point, he could have won the game already. Like, how many thrones does he realistically need? He took the throne of the first stage this turn. Yeah, so he's got +1 magic resistance and for Pangea, which is kind of nice. But he's already got 1, 2 thrones. He can get this one. He can get this one. And where's the next one? Where's the next one he takes? The next one he takes is maybe this. That's pretty far away. Where's his next throne? Well, let's see. There's a throne here. I have a throne right next to me that is hypothetically possible to breach and storm. I don't really care about defending it. I mean, it's in between 2 of my castles. Rather, I don't care about building it up anymore. I'm sure it's very safe and secure. Where's his next throne that he goes for? He already has this one, and he's going to take these 2. Those 2 are easy. Is there really nothing else? Yeah, I guess he doesn't actually have an easy path to another one. I mean, this one is, I can tell, is lightly defended. Oh, his Pretender is here. His Pretender's a Great Warlock. Neat. Okay. Yep, that's it. We're done here.